Hey guys, and welcome to another Big Bash episode where we have had a bit of a mixed bag of a season. So, you guys were here for the first three games where we should have probably won at least two of those, but we only won one. Next game we played the Perth Scorchers. They posted 160 for 9 off their 20 overs. Virat, Coley, Colin Monroe. That's an interesting pairing up front. Klinger, Turner. They've got some good players. We did well to restrict them. Rose 3 for 35, Dawes 2 for 25, Faulkner pick of the bowls 1 for 19. In response, 161 for 2 with Darcy Short and B McDermott doing the damage there. So that was a good win. And then this is another good result, 199 for 8 of 20 overs. Bukowski 69, Bailey 42, Short 34 up front. And all their bowlers got a bit of treatment. And we rolled them for 98. And someone I would never expect to get a five in a big bash, he got 6. Clive Rose, 6 for 19. So he has taken his chance when originally I wasn't going to play him. Good on him. Next couple games, we played the Melbourne Renegades. 145 all out. Again, had an opportunity to get a decent score. But as you can see, we're 136 for 6, and then we collapse. Bailey 52, Malenko 32, Doolan 30. 4 for 25 for Kane Richardson, who has played a little bit for Australia. Bell, good to see him getting a few gains for the Melbourne Renegades. Wildermuth. And they had a bit of a struggle. They're 102 for 7. We just couldn't get the last few guys out. Kane Richardson 23, Dan Christian 36. Thought Dawes bowled well. 3 for 27, 2 for 25 for Archer. But yeah, a game that slipped away again. And another game that we could have won. It's one of those sort of seasons. 174 for 8 they posted. That was off the back of a good 57 for Stoinis. 23 off 8 for Ben Doug. 39-25 for Hilton Cartwright. And Rose was outstanding again, 2 for 27. Man, he has really stood out with his performances. And we're on track in this game again. Faulkner 58, Malenko 41. We had game in control, and then it just fell apart. Paris 5 for 15. Ripped the first three guys out, and more importantly, come back towards the end, got rid of Archer and Rose when we needed about 10 and over anyway. But I felt we could have won that game. So today's games are against Perth, Adelaide, and the Sydney Sixers. Looking forward to showcasing these games on stream. So obviously the team probably almost remain the same. Meredith's come in because our overseas import has been injured. And yeah, that's our team. And just with Darcy Short being called into the test side as well, has put us a bit struggling for an opener at the top. So hopefully we can get a decent score. We're being put into bats. Need McDermott sort of stepping up, getting a few runs. Jill getting an opportunity to impress as well. Lovely shots down the ground. Yeah, just if we get into a position, I felt we could probably get a decent score, but it's just the story of the seasons when we do get a platform, we just at sea in the middle overs, especially it needs to be fixed. Some guys within that middle order scoring some runs, some valuable runs in fact. McDermott sort of struggling away. 15 off 15 for him today. It was not really flowing for him. Joe out for 23 off 23, so they got us off to a reasonable start, those two. But again, just chewed up a few deliveries, and Bailey's gone out cheaply. 45 for 3 now. Bukowski, who has had a really good big bash so far. Don't want it to fizzle out on him. 55 for 4 now. Behrendorff bowling reasonably well. He's got the wicket Bukowski for 11, and now there's a bit of danger signs for us. 66 for 5. Just got to make sure we bat our overs. Get 130, 140 on the board, and just hope that Archer or someone has a good spell with the ball. Well, this is a reasonable partnership between these two. Malenko getting into his work. Put in a few decent scores in this campaign. I think it's a 401 for 5. 7.7 and over we are scoring at. 6 overs remaining. It's not... I suppose Archer can bat a little bit. There's not much else after him. Lovely shot from Doolin. This is good from Malenko. 40 off 21 deliveries. Giving us some sort of respectability. Archer's smashed a 6. It's a couple of nice strikes from Archer. Clear the rope. 13 off 3 deliveries he is. Just has scored a pretty handy 19 off 6. So we're going to get something on the board of significance. Doolin's played a really good knock as well. Especially when we're under pressure too, so they have stepped up the middle order today. Lovely shot drop for Archer, goes for 4, and we're 173 for 6 off 20 overs, thanks to Malenko, Doolin and Archer. And we did well to get that score. We need a good start with the ball though. They've got a fair bit of batting. So we need Joffre to probably break the partnership. He got the wicket of Bancroft. So we'll bring in Faulkner for an over now. Gets the wicket of Klinger. Meredith gets the wicket of Marsh. Gets another wicket of Inglis. It's good. This is really good bowling from the seamers. You have to keep them bowling, to be honest. We'll bring Joffre back. See if we can get a few wickets. Faulkner's bowled an outstanding spell here. Just rip through them. We'll bring in Rose. Come on, guys. We've got to surely defend this. Done all the hard work. Got a key wicket of Ty. 34 off 21. Magnificent innings, but Behrendorff has fallen immediately after that. So we do pick up the win. Bit nervous there for a while. But we've done enough to get the win. So Faulkner and Meredith, take your hats off. You've played exceptionally well. So that puts us in a position where we're 4th. It's a pretty close competition. Surprisingly, the top 3 sides are sort of really secure at the moment, but we're not. We need to build on this. We're playing 5th place Adelaide, and we do have the timely return of Darcy Short. So you'll get in for Jill. Matthew Wade will be back in the team. Alex Doolin. Matthew Wade can bat at probably 4. Bailey at 5. That's a lot. That order's looking a lot better now. The way it is. Yeah, we'll stick with that and we'll go from there. We've got a few batsmen not in that great a touch at the moment, but it's okay. Bowling first. Man to watch out for is Rashid Khan, Billy Stanlake. They've got a good bowling lineup. And some decent batsmen as well. Head and Wetherall, Carey, Cameron White. So we have been taken to a bit from Travis Head. Bring Faulkner into the attack. Or just going to get through the first 6 and get the field out. Carey's gone. Couple wickets for the rookie. Pick that back quite nicely. Bring Clive Rose into the I think he's had an exceptional season himself. 3 wickets, that's good. Lehman, it's gone there. Good spell from Rose. Those 2 bowled well. Credit to them. Darcy Short's coming in for a couple overs. Well, maybe one. See if we get away with an over. We did. 1 over for 5. We'll have to bring Joffre Archer back, even though he's gone for 15s, because he can pick up wickets. I'll get another over of Darcy Short, I think. It's a bit of a risk. Joffre's just not had a day at the office. 2 overs, 1 for 12 for the part-timer. Not going to bowl him again. I'm going to bring Faulkner in. Very disappointing effort from Faulkner and Archer here. Couple of wickets for Archer towards the end. 182 for 7. Travis Head 97 off 52 deliveries. We kind of choked him of the strike for a little bit, which enabled us to get the score down a wee bit. Impressive from the youngster. He's had a good campaign actually. 9 games, 12 wickets, an average of 19. Deserved continued run. So we need to bat well. And we've started poorly. Stanlake's been given the treatment. Of course, Stanlake's in our Tasmania squad. I hope Billy Stanlake has been performing for them. Kofsky. We need nines per over. That's a pretty steady chase for us. It's going to be hard going now with Darcy Short gone. Do believe we do have the batting on the day to get this. He's been dropped. 42, 10.1 and over required. Danger man, Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan can probably, if he gets one wicket, he'll get 2 or 3s. It's one of those sort of bowlers, momentum bowler. Quite disappointing at the recent World Cup in real life. I felt be a good learning experience from him, and he'll get better for that. He'll learn a lot, and if they're at the next edition, Afghanistan, I think he'll be doing alright, because I think the World Cup's in India 2023, and Rashid Khan there should be amongst the wickets with pitches that favour him. Just where the games are played, there wasn't too much in terms of spin available for the Afghanistan spinners. Anyhow, we're 73 for 3. We're in a dicey position. Probably needing to attack Rashid Khan. That's why the aggressiveness has gone down. Bukowski gone for 32 off 19. Probably slumping towards a defeat here unless one of these two can play a special knock. They are certainly capable of, and that misfielder really annoyed Rashid Khan. George Bailey is capable of getting a score here. Being pretty quiet in the campaign, George Bailey. 87 for 4 after 10. We're sort of in the ballpark. Lost too many wickets early on. I think that's going to hurt us. Oh, there's another wicket. James Faulkner. What can Faulkner do? Malenko's had a couple of decent bats. It's going to be a test for the all-rounders and the bowlers to get anything off Rashid Khan. I think this is where he's going to get 3 or 4 quick wickets. It's the way he bowls. Archer gets that away for 4. 101 for 6. Jofra Archer, of course, got that massive 180 against us in the Sheffield Shield. Big shot from Rose. It's got to get close now. Like we're not going to win the game. Got to get within probably 40 if we can. Meredith. Don't want to get our net run rate too badly crushed. It's going to be a real fight for that 4th position. I think the top 3 are reasonably well off in terms of their position. Lovely couple of shots from Meredith. I think Malenko's played a really nice hand here. 31 off 6. Meredith gone for 15 off 15. And we have lost our final wicket in the final over. 153 all out. Just not quite good enough on the day. Just Jofra Archer and I think James Faulkner let us down. Yeah, 15 and over. And yeah, even Meredith was expensive. Spinners were quite good. So there's the table. And net run rate's just slightly better than Adelaide's. But, like, even the Sydney Thunder are not out of it. Even Sydney Sixers, like, the competition's reasonably tight from 4 to 8. But, yeah, we've got to pick up some wins. We will be playing... how many games have we played in this episode so far? I said I'd play the Sydney Sixers, didn't I? Yeah, get into this game. Team is in reasonable touch. I'll just have a look at the current. Yeah, like, the bowling's been good. Yeah, we'll stick with that team. Bukowski... So it hasn't had a few scores of late, but got to persist with him. He's 34.67 in 9 games is pretty solid. We'll probably bowl first on this wicket. Got a lot of bowlers in their lineup. Just got to get through. Jofra, come on, get a few wickets, get a bit of momentum back into your campaign. Silk's gone, good. And he has delivered. He's got the key wicket of Moses Henriques. Jofra Archer's taken the most wickets for the Hobart Hurricanes ever. So that was a good spell. opted to bowl them out to try and clean as many out as possible. Now I'm going to bring the spin on. Person that survived the carnage was Hughes. Now Hughes, we need to probably get out. I'm going to bowl the two. I'm going to upright two spinners here. Hopefully Darcy Short can just chip in maybe 1 or 2 overs. Over for 7. I'm happy with that. We'll bowl Faulkner. And this Clive Rose is just getting wickets. It is amazing. Like his Big Bash career to date had an average of 53.11. That's gone astronomically down. As the Sydney Sixers have just been all bowled out for 122. It could have been a lot worse. Mackin got a few sixes, but a 3 for Albert Dawes. It's averaging 16 for the campaign. Archer 4 wickets, and this should be gettable for us again. Just need to take that out of the equation, and Darcy Short got himself out. I make this hard, guys. This is winnable. This will put us a bit clear of the Adelaide strikers who are fighting for that 4th position along with us. .24 for 1. Line into the attack. Lovely shots. Couple of nice boundaries here. It's just taking a bit of pressure off the run rate at the moment. Just under 6 per over. Still bowling reasonably well here at the Sydney side. Lovely shots. Gone for 4. Dermot, another boundary. 64 for 1 after 10. 9 wickets in hand. That's the key element. I think 1 over 10 to 15 really just takes the game out of question. And we are targeting a bowler I didn't think would target, Nathan Lyon. It's gone for got there in the end. 26 off 27 Pekoski. 46 off 36 Ben McDermott. Playing a couple of misses. 40 off 57. Good, playing a miss. That's a crucial 6. The run rate was... It's not out of control or anything. Like we're well under 6 per over. We should get this. Just they're making us work really hard for it, you know? Like there's still 5 overs remaining to get 26. 52 off 49 for McDermott. He played a very nice hand. 5 for 2 after 16. Koski. Playing a very nice innings again. He's put up another 50 in that process. 2 off 3 there. 4 from Bailey. Just taking all the pressure off. It's been a controlled run chase. We didn't panic or anything. I just thought they bowled reasonably well. But we'll take that. It's a good win. This guy is having a good campaign. 41.44 is average, 450s, and that is another win for us. So that's a good way to end the episode. So we're a good chance of qualifying for the playoffs. I certainly hope that a couple teams behind us drop some games. Yeah, the run in, we've got Brisbane, Adelaide. Adelaide will be a big game. Melbourne Red, which is the Renegades, and got the Sydney Thunder. So we'll play 2 games offline. We'll come back for this game here, these 2 games here, and see if we make the playoffs.